Hello, I'm Sivine, and welcome to my deep stretch yoga class today. This is where we will focus on deep stretching to release tension, improve flexibility, and enhance overall well-being. Deep stretching targets the muscles and fascia and the connective tissues, and it helps us to increase mobility and range of motion. And as we hold each pose for a bit longer today, you'll have the opportunity to connect more deeply with your breath and your body. Regular deep stretching, it doesn't only improve a physical flexibility, but also helps reduce stress, prevent injury, and promote a sense of calm and relaxation. So let's embrace this practice together and allow our bodies to unwind and rejuvenate. So let's get started. I'm going to start facing you, and we're going to start in a child's pose. So you want to open your knees a little bit and slowly walk your hands forward and take 3 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. In this pose, we're trying to relax our hips, shoulders, our back, and really settle in and feel the gravity help you. And now slowly move your hands towards the right side and stretch your left, trying to keep your hips square. And feel the left side extending, expanding. Keep taking those deep breaths. And now we're going to move our hands to the left side. And same thing on the left side of the body, hips square, relax your shoulders. Let your body settle in between your thighs as much as possible, leaning to the left. And we come back to the center. And this time we're going to stretch the upper torso. So your right hand goes under the left armpit, thread the needle, you stretch as much as you can. And if you feel like it, your left arm can go up and over and reach to the left thigh or hip. Breathing comfortably. And if you need to use yoga block under your head, you can. If you were holding your bun, you're going to release your arm gently and press the hand down to the floor and come back. And we're going to switch it. So extend your right hand and go with the left, thread the needle. And if you did it on the other side, just cross your right arm behind towards the left thigh. And you will feel this one more on your upper thoracic. And slowly release your bind and press your right hand down. Come back and let's do one nice, beautiful, gentle stretch. See if you can stay on the tippy fingertips and stretch, lower your chest bone down if it's accessible to you. If not, just do a regular child's pose. Beautiful. Slowly we're coming back up and we're gonna go to all fours. I'm gonna keep facing you to show where the leg goes. So we're going to stretch our right leg to the side, and you want to stay on the inside seam of your foot and really extend the leg, pull your quads, stomach is engaged. And from here, I'm going to turn sideways. Now we're going to try to do a nice happy puppy, and keeping your hips lifted, walk your hands and see where you can go. You can also use yoga blocks if you need to, underneath your elbows. If you don't need it, you stretch and put your either forehead or chin down. Breathing gently. And slowly, you're going to come up to your hands. And let's move that right leg to the edge of your mat on the right side. Walk your hands and drop the hips. Again, if you need to use yoga blocks, they're there for you. Shoulders open. I'm pressing to my big toe. Getting a nice inner thigh stretch here. Keeping it active. And if you can, you're going to lift your toes up and roll to the outside edge of your feet and see if you can lower your body. If not, stay upright. My core is engaged, but I'm trying to release my hips towards the floor as much as I can, rolling the shoulders back. And from here, we're going to keep the left hand a little bit more underneath and put the right hand to the thigh and rotate, spiral. Good. If you feel like extending your arm, it's there. If you feel like binding, it's there for you. See whatever you feel like doing. And slowly come back to the elbows. First, we're going to push ourselves up. And from here, you're going to move the leg back and kind of like a snaking down into the floor. You're going to go to the stomach. And from here, let's keep the left arm like in a cactus pose and right fingertips go down and you press and rotate your upper body. It's a nice twisty little cobra here. And release, bring that left arm underneath your forehead, reach your right arm back and right foot inside the palm and stretch. Getting a nice quad stretch here, so do what's working for you. If you think of pressing your tailbone and pubic bone down towards the floor, it's going to extend the quads a bit more, so it's going to intensify the stretch. So it's up to you how you want to do it, but make sure you're not sticking your bum out, too much pressure to your lower back. Beautiful. We're going to gently release this. Hand comes in, engage your core, push the floor and back to all fours. So I'm going to stay facing this way. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left leg goes to the side, little pinky facing up. You start with this straight spine and slowly walking your hands to happy puppy. Either forehead, chin, or yoga blocks under the arms. Beautiful. It slowly come up and going into the lizard pose on the left side. Bring that foot to the left side of your mat. Walk your hands, open the chest, hold your stomach and drop the hips. Again, here you can stay on your yoga blocks. Let's flex the feet and rotate the knee and toes out. And if you want to go to your elbows, go for it or stay upright. I'm keeping my core engaged the whole time because otherwise you're gonna sink into it and that will not help you progress. And then we're gonna move the right elbow a little bit more underneath. Hold on to your left thigh and get into a nice twist. No tension in the neck. Again, you can extend your arm up and go underneath your back, whatever works for you. Deep breaths here. Whew, I'm feeling a little tight, but it feels good. And look down. Press your hands down and push yourself into all fours. And again, we're gonna snake down to the floor. Onto your stomach. Right hand in the cactus pose. Left fingertips down. And you press into this twisted cobra. Breathe. And release. Put your head down on your hand. Extend the left arm back. Bring the left foot into your palm and stretch. Again, you see if I press my pubic bone down, it really extends the front of my thigh and I get a deeper stretch there. We're gonna gently release, put the hands down, push yourself to all fours, and we're gonna go into our first downward facing dog. Bring your hands forward, tuck your toes under, shoulders back, and push the floor away from you and stretch your hips up. Take a nice deep breath here. Good. And if you want, you can lift the right leg up, open the knee and hips, shoulders square. Nice deep breath. Let's square the hips and bring your knee to your nose into the plank. Position your foot in between your hands. You can hold on and bring the legs forward. Let's for a second stay here, open the chest and get a nice lunge stretch. Again, you can use your yoga blocks here if you need to. Or like me, stay on your fingertips. And from here, just lift the hips up a little bit. Turn the back heel parallel to the floor. And cartwheel your hands out. Stretch and deepen that bend of the knee. Good. We're going to go into a side angle pose here. You have option to put your hand on top of your thigh or go to the floor or onto the yoga block and stretch. I'm choosing the floor because it gives me a deeper stretch for my thighs and my side body. Extend through your fingertips and slowly come to warrior two. And from here, cartwheel your hands down, square your hips, and push yourself into three-legged dog. Open your hips and stretch your legs, square the hips, and down. Same thing on the other side. Let's lift the left leg up and open the hips and stretch here. Square shoulders. I felt mine opening. And square your hips, bring that knee to your nose. Nice plank here, little strength work. Put the foot in between your hands and let's roll the shoulders, look out, stretch. Square your hips as much as you can. One of my hips feel a little tighter than the other one today. Beautiful work. Let's lift your hips up a little bit. Turn the back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Reverse cartwheel and up. And stretch in your warrior two. Extend your arms. Nice deep plie on your left leg. Inhale and go into your side angle Stretch. Reach. Lower the hips if you can. And press down to come back up to warrior two. Look down, cartwheel your hands, square your hips, three-legged dog, left leg up and open. Good. Square your hips and back to downward facing dog. You can rock and roll your hips. Good. We're gonna go into three-legged dog one more time to the right side. Lift your right leg up. Let's open the hips again. And square, bring your knee to your nose. Nice plank. Put the foot down. Now you want to keep your hips hip width apart, and here you might want to use yoga blocks on either side. You're going to go into a pyramid. You're going to extend the leg and stretch. Nice breath. You can stay upright. You can go down towards your legs. And if you feel like it's accessible to you, you can go into a split, standing split here. I'm feeling tight, but I'm just going to show it to you. You reach forward and your leg goes wherever it goes. If it can go all the way up, it goes all the way up. Otherwise, no worries, or you can just choose to stay in the pyramid. Good. Let's lift the leg up, the head up a little bit. Bend the front knee. Go into a nice lunge again. You've been here before. Now from here, you're going to put the back knee down and walk your right foot for a pigeon pose. And drop the hips. Find where you need to be. Your leg can be crossed or not. Lift the chest up. Extend and walk forward if you can. And lie down for 5 to 6 breaths. It's tight, but it does feel good. And let's slowly come out of the pose. You want to take your time. Sometimes this pose gets to you, so be kind to it. Maybe roll to the right hip and go to all fours first. If you need to shake your leg, go for it. And push yourself to a downward facing dog to repeat it all on the left side. Inhale, lift the left leg, open the hips. One more breath. Square your hips, bring that knee towards you, and put the leg in between your thighs. Open the chest. Nice lunge. And bring the back leg a little bit in. Use your yoga blocks into a nice pyramid pose. Breathe here. Again, if you want, you have the option to go into a standing split of your choice, or just stay down there. Some days I like to do that, and today is not one of those days, so. Good. Lift your head up a little bit and go into that nice, beautiful lunge. Put your knee down and go into the pigeon on the left foot. Find where your hips are. Are they square? Can you lift the chest up and slowly go forward and see if you can put your head down for 5 to 6 breaths. That was beautiful. We're gonna slowly come out of it. And take your time again, maybe roll to the left hip. First go to all fours, and if you need to shake the leg, shake it. We're gonna go to downward facing dog one more time. Give yourselves a nice reach. And let's walk the feet forward into a ragdoll and switch side to side. You can keep your knees bent. And put your hands down and slowly lower yourself to the floor into a lying down position. And let's bring our knees into the armpits. Circle side to side, rocking, whatever. And see if you can do a nice happy baby and press your knees down, hips down. Breathe deeply, open your shoulders. Beautiful. Keep that spine straight as much as possible. And slowly release. You're going to cross into the eagle, right knee over the left. If you can find your feet too, go for it. And now we're going to move the hips to the right. Open your arms and drop the knees to your left and look to the right. Trying to keep your shoulder down on the right side. And slowly releases into the floor. So just take your time, feel that ease. If you need a support underneath your knees, a pillow or yoga block, whatever works. And with your exhale, you're going to contract your core and bring your knees back. Square your hips, and same thing on the other side. So cross your left leg. Move the hips to the left, eagle if you can. Look to your left and drop the knees to the right. It is a deep stretch, so do the best you can. See if you can work your way to dropping that left shoulder towards the floor. Make sure that you're able to breathe comfortably. So if you're having a hard time, maybe you've just gone too far. And with your exhale, you're going to control your core, bring the knees up, and square your pelvis. And into Shavasana, we're going to extend the arms and legs, keep them wide open, palms facing up. And just rest and allow your body to just take this time to recover, realign, and breathe. We're going to slowly start to deepen our breath. See if you can inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Wiggle your fingers and toes, bring more circulation to your body. You can choose to stay here longer. And inhale and extend your arms over the head. Give yourself a beautiful yawn. And slowly turn to the side. Take a second here. And slowly press down into the floor to bring yourself into a seated position of your choice. Stay tall. Feel your sit bones. Open your eyes. Well, I hope this helped you to unwind and rejuvenate your body, and the more you do it, the better you will feel. Thank you so much for joining me, and hope to see you in the next video. Namaste.